God who gave us this day. It is an honor to be graced by God to welcome you all in this historical event. I'm standing here feeling lucky to be part of this event. The ECD, your host, is so proud of UEM for what UEM has been accomplished by every achievement. I take this opportunity to warmly welcome you to Evangelical Lutheran Church in Tanzania, and especially to the Eastern Coastal Diocese. Please feel at home, and we are prepared to host you throughout the assembly.
Empowerment and advocacy work for women can be sustained. This should be done in close cooperation with the regional offices of UEM. The other one is to continue the involvement of men in programs focusing on gender equity. These are very competent people. The financial advisor of UEM. And since she started in the UEM, she kept the right time because she brought UEM to the right way.
Yeah, really it was very nice hosting this assembly, African assembly. At the ECD, we really see a blessing to have you here. And this type of rotating from one church member to another church member, it's really good. We have learned a lot, and we've shared a lot in the meeting, and it was a good meeting, lovely and really profitable for us also. And we hope that in future we can still hosting other meetings, because it is not that we lose, but we gain a lot by welcoming the guest. In Africa, we say, once you welcome guests, sometimes you can welcome the angels. So we had a lot of angels from all over Africa, but also from Germany. The office in Wuppertal was also here. Thank you very much, and welcome again.
Is Pascal Bataringaya, the president of the Presbyterian Church in Rwanda, now in the Regional Assembly of UEM Africa, we are happy that we are now evaluating how we put into action the decisions taken by the General Assembly of UEM. And within my church, these decisions are put into action from the grassroots to the level of parish and to the level of presbytery, and we do a follow-up to see how they are putting into action those decisions. For example, if we go to the project founded by UEM in Kigarama, this is one of our parishes, I was there, for seeing how they are putting into action and taking into consideration the youth issues. The youth are now accompanied and they are conducting a project which is really generating income. So we are proud of that. And on the other side, we have other decisions taken, like at the level of evangelism, at the level of women, and those decisions are now putting into action by all levels of the churches, and we do follow up every day from the office to the grassroots to know if every day they are with us at the same level as we do it in the office. So we see that we are on a good way, and we can continue to see how to accompany people in the same way. That is really what I wanted to share with you. Thank you.
The very important thing was what we learned with women here in Daressalaam about fundraising, and I think this is the project I'm carrying out now at home. I think maybe this week I have to start it because the facilitator told us you can start with 2 or 3 people, and I think I'll be starting it at the university and make sure that the women in the church, wherever I go, on Tuesday I'm with our youth in the church. I'll be talking about it this Tuesday, and my office will try to organize that Anna, the facilitator here, come home through UEM support, try really to teach women, because I think they will be convinced if someone else is coming. And this is how we can try to empower each other, exchange. And our visit also in the churches, it was really wonderful.
I would work hard, and what I do not know, I would try to figure out or learn, and similar to Mal, do research. Yeah, so thank you.
And I think that by many years I've been working with UEM. Many years ago I was in DLC, CDCC, where I met my father here, Iliki Bonanga, as a UEM sender. Now
I'm newly appointed leaders of EEC, and I think I have time to pay back UEM. So I want to participate from the UEM vision and action. I know with you I can do this. So we will join our hands to fight against discrimination in our churches and our society. Thank you.
We need to have 9 members, and all our regions should be represented. We have not 9 but 7.
The Regional Assembly went very well, the Africa Regional Assembly. We had really quite a good representation of women, and our discussions went very well. They were in depth on the real issues that women are dealing with in the different member churches that we are all representing. And what I loved at the end was that we worked on the issue of a general idea or thought that women do not support other women. That when we go back, we need to look at how we do things and start being the women that start supporting other women, so that we all grow together and not allow the issue of leadership positions and what people own to separate us. So it was a great assembly and we all enjoyed it. Thank you.
So, as we stand here, we are the Africa board with the General Secretary.
The Africa Assembly just ended here in Daressalaam. It went very well. All Africa churches were represented, and the atmosphere was blessing. We all agree. There was no that tension, and even during the election, I'm happy that young people were also taking part in our assembly, and the young people also are elected in our board. Also, we have more women than men in the board, and being elected again, it shows that people, they do really trust me. We have a blessed Africa Regional Board for the first time that will run smoothly without challenges and more argument. Thank you.
Proceeding in Ohio. I'm from the Presbyterian Church in Rwanda. I'm a youth delegate in this AFLA 2023. What really excites me about this assembly is the way youth were really fully engaged, where they have been given opportunity to participate, like presenting on group discussions result, but also they were the one who were being fully involved in some logistics, and they are now having understanding on what they are going to do to support the UEM United Action, like organizing and participating in fundraising activities and resources mobilization to ensure the sustainability of United in Action, but also the sustainability of UEM in the future.
And God swears on the occasion of your induction in the presence of God and before this congregation, I ask you, are you ready with the help of God to enter into the ministry you have been elected for? Will you serve UEM faithfully and perform your duties according to the Holy Scripture and the principle of the United Evangelical Mission?
I am very happy indeed that the Africa Regional Assembly has ended well, and almost all members came to attend to this Africa Regional Assembly.
which has taken place here in Daressalaam, and we have received the reports of what UEM has done in the African churches, and we have also discussed about the future perspective of UEM, especially how we can develop our land here in Daressalaam, on which we shall build the main office of Africa region, but also where we shall put the income generation project for UEM. Therefore, this has been of marvelous and cardinal importance, but also we are happy that we have been able to elect leaders of the Africa Regional Board, and the participation of all members was very good, and gender balance is also considered in this meeting. We have been blessed by this Africa Regional Assembly, and tomorrow we shall be worshiping in different churches of Daressalaam. Some of us will preach and others will offer the greetings. We are happy that UEM has got a future. Thank you very much.
First of all, I would like to underline and to appreciate the participation and the ownership which is growing on behalf of the African members of UEM, starting by the hosting church, the Eastern Coastal Diocese. This church has made a great, what can I say, great things to welcome the Africa Regional Assembly, but particularly they also showed a good example by giving a plot of land to UEM for future use, where UEM can put a regional office of Africa. Secondly, through the whole Africa Regional Assembly, I could see that there is a big growth of ownership and participation, because each church leader was there, bishops, president, moderators from all the 15 churches were there, and they were committed to increasing their participation to UEM as their organization, together with the sisters and brothers from Germany and from Asia. So it is really growing ownership. Another thing we wanted to underline is impressive report we received on the GA theme, which is the beam in our eye, discrimination in the church and diaconia. This has been evident that there is discrimination in African churches. So the leaders committed to fight discrimination at all levels. We had a very good input of an expert who came and challenged us as African churches to be aware of this discrimination which is in the churches. So one of the resolutions was to stand firm and fight discrimination in the church and in diaconia. I would end my comment by saying that the Africa Regional Assembly was very successful, and the hospitality given by the Eastern Coastal Diocese has shown us that African members are capable. They have really a capacity of hosting events, of participating, because I give you an example that each participant who was there received a gift from the congregations in Daressalaam we visited at the end of our stay. So this has been a sign of sisterhood, brotherhood,
in the UEM communion of churches, and it gives hope for the future of UEM.